donations. I don't want you to hear me saying that we shouldn't ask for donations. And I don't want you to hear me saying that we shouldn't donate. But when I issued a challenge the other day about being nice to the conscious community, I know some people probably had some slick shit to say. This little punk ass, what the fuck is he talking about? You know how the conscious community can go when they cuss you out and be dead wrong. They cut you out with conviction. But what I'm trying to say to you about donations is that there's a way to ask for donations. And if it's not donations that you're seeking, you gotta be specific, man. You gotta tell the people what exactly you want and need. What are you asking for this money for? You asking for this money to build something, okay. What's the deadline? What's the cutoff date? So you just want to jump in and do something big right off the break. But you can establish trust in the community by starting small. They call it low-hanging fruit. What can we do right now? So y'all know I don't ask for donations, I said that before. But people have been donating supplies and money. When I first started, I ain't had no supplies. I was using my hands. Of course, so somebody had donated these 4-inch starter pots, dozens of them, to me for free. I hadn't even started yet. I was just talking. But once I started going, digging in the ground with my hands, and whatever little makeshift shovel I could use, a stick or something, really ancient ways of trying to get it done without having money. People saw me working and they started donating stuff. I told y'all last year where they came in and donated some papers. Said, I don't have no money. They said, I ain't asked you that. End of the fiscal year, we got money to spend. Could you use some papers? I said, yeah, they put them down, so now we ain't gotta walk in the community garden on mud every time it pours down rain. Because we got pavers in there we can walk on. People have given me, somebody gave me a pickaxe. And I just said I needed a pickaxe. I didn't ask for one. They bought the pickaxe for me. So now I got a pickaxe. Because I needed one. Somebody bought me a little raised bed kit. And I didn't even ask them for that. I didn't even say I needed one. In fact, I used cinder blocks to build my raised beds. But they just bought me a raised bed kit. They bought me so much stuff, invested, because they saw what I was doing. So if you want to have people invest in you, start small. Say, we need these hand rakes right here. I need some hand rakes. I need a dozen hand rakes. It's gonna cost me $24. So I could ask for the $24 or I could ask for the hand rakes. And if somebody gives me the hand rakes, I can't be mad because they didn't give me $24. Didn't I say I needed the hand rakes? And if somebody gives me $24, in order to, the way you establish trust is I take the $24, go buy the hand rakes, and then show everybody, look, these are the hand rakes that your $24 bought. Next time you need $48. Now you need 2 dozen hand shovels or something. What are the things at? You need 2 dozen hand shovels. I need $48. So somebody either gives me the hand shovels or gives me the money. Then when they give me the money, I buy the hand shovels and come back and say, look what your money bought. Thank you for your donation. Please continue to invest in this agricultural operation. But if you're just sitting back, and this I've been seeing this on social media, seeing these posts. 2017 gonna be the year we about to get this thing, we're gonna about to set this thing off. Go to my Fundme page, go fund me, and donate me some money. What you doing? When I get the money, I'll show you. You don't believe in what you're doing. You trying to play the money game like your arch nemesis, the white man. But at least the white man will invest in his own product. The white man, if you're going to play the money game, which I don't necessarily believe in, because I believe liberation going to come with or without money. Am I saying we shouldn't use money? I'm not saying we shouldn't use money. But I'm saying that our actions can't be based on when we get some money. If we really believe that we can be free one day, then we need to move towards liberation without money. When I started my agricultural process, I started it without money and without supplies. Eventually, I started getting money. Eventually, I started getting supplies, and that helped the operation work out easier. But you don't wait for the money first and then start working. You start working first because you believe in your vision. We in the conscious community, we criticize the church all the time. What they doing? They ain't doing nothing. All them pimps in the pulpit, they got all this money, blah, blah, blah. But I'm in the satire, which means I observe all the worlds of religion. They establish trust in the community. You say, yeah, but they got all these pimps in the pulpit. Yeah, but they also have honest men in the pulpit. They also got honest women in the pulpit. They got people in these churches that are actually doing work for the community. So the community still trusts the church. No matter how many pimps on the left hand, you got just as many good people on the right hand. Enough where the people still support the church, keep the church open. So you look at the church, they got a building fund. If you go in the church, if you've never been involved in the church, you need to just sit down. And those of you that have been involved in the church, you need to stand up and correct these people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. So you go in the church, they got a building fund, they got the daggone thing right on the wall. We need $500,000. We're at $10,000. So we still need $490,000. That's the way you establish trust in the community. You let them know where they are in the process. And then, once we get to the goal, if they don't see something built, you're going to hear something from the people. But you'll see the church building, buying up properties and building. And you'll say, we don't need another church. We don't need another parking lot. We don't need another Christian school. But they're steadily building. While you talking shit, they're building. So we can learn from the church. Church is donating food where people need food, clothes where people need clothing, even money, helping people so they won't get kicked out of their apartment. You stay criticizing the church. The people believe in the church because the church has invested in the people. Anyway, we're talking about donating. If you want people to give to you, you have to establish trust. 1. 2, you have to show them that you're willing to work with or without their donation. You have to be appreciative. You learn from your experiences with these homeless people. Well, some will come up to you and say, please, you got anything to donate, any money at all? I just want to get something to eat. They come to you hungry. You give them whatever little bit of change you have. They like, bless you, sir, bless you, ma'am, have a nice day. But then on the other hand, you got some people that ain't so nice, that's homeless, that'll ask you for money, and if you don't give them exactly what they want, they cuss you out. I've seen this in the conscious community. They will cuss you out with conviction in the conscious community. So it's a real challenge when I say that we should be nice, kind, and polite to one another. That doesn't mean we can't debate or disagree. I've seen too many gangsters in my day. On the street, raw, rowdy, hotheads. Outside, they like, yeah, nigga, what's up? They go inside the door to the white establishment. Excuse me, sir. Like, it's two totally separate people. They know how to be nice with the goddamn white man, with their so-called bitter enemy. But when it's their own brother, they don't know how to be nice, kind, and polite. Or is it that they really just don't respect their own brother that they say they love, their own sister that they say they cherish? They'll call a sister a bitch in a minute. They'll call a brother a nigga in a heartbeat. Because they really don't love them like that. But we're talking about, I gotta keep myself on track. Donations. So the kind, appreciative, humble, homeless person that asks for money, for food. I've done this plenty of times, that's why I'm using this as an example. Say, can I get $1, anything, a quarter, anything towards some food? You say, come on, brother, get anything off the menu. I got you. And y'all vegans and vegetarians out there, nah, ain't vegan and vegetarian restaurants all over the place. But a brother and sister's hungry. So you take them in and you get something to eat. They're so appreciative and thankful and grateful. But the ungrateful homeless person, and this has happened to me, brother, can I get $1, a quarter, anything towards some food? I say, come, you can get anything off the menu. Fam actually cuts me out. Because he ain't want no food for real, he just wanted some money. That's why I respect my brother King down in Atlanta. Because he'll tell you straight up, look, I just need some money. I'd be more apt to give that brother some money than I would to give to one of these causes. These loons ain't new. They not new. If you really believe in them, then spell it out for the people. Do a video, spell it out, so they'll know what they're investing in. I'm old enough to be a lot of y'all daddy, uncle, big brother. And I love our people. I don't want to keep seeing them getting pimped and hustled. If anybody wants you to give money to a certain cause, but they can't show you, and they won't show you what it is they have been doing and will be doing, you got to be hesitant. And I would discourage you outright from giving them anything. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about Sa Neter, I never have. Because he's built something there. So whether I agree with his guests or whatever, that's his whole platform. It's a debate thing. You say one thing, somebody else say something else, come together, talk about it, debate it. You know, it's a better form of entertainment than this stuff we got on TV. And you actually learn something, possibly. So if he says donate some money, I want a news van. At least he's telling you, I want a news van. And so if people donate, after some time, if you don't get this news van, you gotta be looking at him like, come on, I thought you said you was gonna get a van. If somebody's saying they wanna build a school and they've been asking for money for so long, and eventually they gotta say, look, it didn't work out. We're gonna go this other route. They gotta give you some kind of update. I have this agricultural operation that y'all have seen in its infancy, and it's pretty much grown, and it's still evolving and growing. If I say invest because I need 2 hand rakes, I need 2 hand rakes like this, and somebody come and donate the hand rakes, I can't cuss them out like the homeless dude did me when I took him to get, well, I wanted to take him to get something to eat. Can't cuss them out. I said I was needing the money for some hand rakes. They gave me the hand rakes. I need to be grateful. If they give me a little bit of money, not enough for the hand rakes, I still need to be grateful. Thanks, I can put this, what you gave me, towards the purchase of the hand rakes. And then when I buy the hand rakes, I need to be able to say, look what I got for you. Change the whole thing up. Right there. Look what I got for you. But I think I made my point before I tore the camera up.